All right, boys and girls, so after we read How Full is Your Bucket, we saw that there was a lot of different punctuation, right? So that's something that we're focusing on today. Now, some of the other things that we have been focusing on when we've been doing our writing is making sure that we have uppercase. Uppercase are big letters. Everyone say uppercase. Big letters. Good. So we know that when we're writing, the first letter is always what? An uppercase letter. So today we are always going to write with uppercases, but today we're going to use our usual journal writing, and all of my kinders should be familiar with this form because we've done it a lot. Now I want you guys to focus on spring because it is spring. So we're going to start with our April journal since I'm going to start sending them to you guys for writing lessons. So here, we usually have a prompt. There's a few of you guys that will eventually not have prompts and you're going to have to just make it up all in your head, okay? But today we have a prompt. And for our writing today, it says in spring. In spring, okay? So in spring, we start, and I always start it off with a uppercase. So for my first letter, it's already there. You just have to trace it. It has a capital I. Good. And I traced it again in what color? In the green. Okay. Let me put it a little closer so I can make sure that you guys can see. There we go. All right, guys. So another thing I want you guys to do when you use capitals is always make sure you guys do your check mark where it belongs. So I can use a capital letter. So make sure you do a check mark when you do a capital letter. Okay? Don't forget your check marks. All right. Next, we have a very important thing that we have to do every single time we write. Why is it that we always say that we have to do finger space? Because if you don't do finger space, I can't read it, right? Good. So you always have to make sure you use 2 finger space apart. So you have enough space to write the next word and make sure that I can read it, okay? So here we have, it says in spring. Did I do a finger space in between in and spring? Does my fingers fit in there? Yeah, it fits. I only, because it's typed, the space is a little smaller, but it still has space in there, okay? The next one, oh, someone's calling us on I'm not sure why. Okay. It's okay, guys. Let's continue because we have to finish our lesson. All right. So now we have the next finger space. So in spring. So remember, we always have to do finger space. Everyone show me finger space. Everyone. Good. Now, if I'm at here and I don't have any more space, where do I go? To the next line. Good. All right. And do I start over here? No, I start right here. Right back where it says in. Okay. All right. So the next thing we focus on is sound out the words. But Miss D, I don't know how to spell cat. Okay, well, let's sound it out, boys and girls. Ready? Cat. 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 Good. What letters do you hear? K. Okay. What else do you hear? A and a t. So I hear letters. All I got to do is sound it out, and I will be able to write it. If I cannot write it, you guys all have a sight word worksheet where it tells you all your sight words, and if you need help writing, it should be on there too, okay? All right, guys. Now, I see the brown dog. So my example here says dog. I don't know how to spell the word dog, so I'm going to go ahead and sound it out. So Miss D sounded it out. D-A-G. Dog. So I hear a D, and then I hear a, which is an O, and then I hear a G, which is a G. Good. So Miss D sounded it out. When she sounded it out, she does a check mark because here it tells you, oh, don't forget, use finger spaces. So check mark there. Sound out words. Okay, good. And then you want to make sure that you guys are using lowercase. Lowercase words are very important because the only uppercase letter I should see is what? The first letter. Everything else should be little letters. Everyone say lowercase, little letters. Good. So you see here on my sentence, the only letter that is uppercase is the first letter. Everything says I, that's uppercase, and then I underlined the rest of the sentence because all of it is lowercase. See the brown dog. Okay, make sure you guys are using lowercase letters. Lowercase letters go below or from the broken line down. From the broken line down. Everyone together. Broken line down is a lowercase letter. Broken line down is a lowercase letter. Good. Okay. And then last but not least, when you guys are writing, we are going to use punctuation. And this is what we're going to focus on today. Because punctuation can say many different things. Did you guys know that? We already know how to do a period ends the sentence. Ready? Period ends the sentence. But did you guys notice how many times we used exclamation points here? And what did we say was an exclamation point? To show what? Excitement. Good. And it looks just like this. So it's a little line with a little dot right on the bottom, okay? So that is to show exclamations and to show excitement. Like when I say, yay, hooray, sit still, or be good, right? I'm telling you guys something because I'm excited about it. Like, hello, right? I should say hello with an exclamation point, okay? So when you write an excitement, then you use an exclamation. When you have a question, what do you write at the end of your sentence? Do you write a period? No. When you have a question, like, Misty, how old is your dog? How old is my dog? At the very end of that question goes a question mark. And it kind of looks like a C, a backwards C, with a little line coming down. Okay? So I want everyone, when you practice writing your question mark, practice with a C, backward C, and a little line that goes down. Okay? Just like that. Okay? So I want you guys to think about your exclamation. Everyone say exclamation. Yay! Question mark. How many? How many dogs do I have? Right? 2. How many dogs do you have? Good. It's a question. If I have a question, you use a question mark. If you're excited, you use an exclamation point. Everything else, a period ends the sentence. Good. Okay? All right, guys. So what I want you guys to focus on is writing a sentence about spring. Now, remember, on the bottom of your paper, you have a lot of pretty pictures. So you can write a sentence about any of those pretty pictures. What you will do is you pick your picture. So Miss D's going to write about the bees. I like the bees, so I'm going to circle my bee. In spring, I'm going to do my finger space. Finger. I, finger space. C, finger space. A, finger space. B. And then at the end of the sentence, is this a question? No, I'm saying I see a bee, right? So it's not a question. Am I excited? Not so much, because bees kind of actually scare me because I don't want to get stung. So I'm not excited about the bee. So I'm just going to write a period to end my sentence. Good. So at the end, Miss D wrote her punctuation. So now I can check off my box for punctuation. Now, boys and girls, the last thing I want you guys to do is focus on pictures that make sense. Now, we've done this a lot, and you guys know how this works, but I'm still going to show you guys. So here in this box, I have to draw a picture that makes sense. Am I going to draw a blue bee? No, I'm not. Why not? Good, because that doesn't make any sense. Are bees blue? No, they're not. So because I know that bees are what color? Good. They are black and yellow. Good. Black and yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my black marker. Okay, my black marker. And then I'm going to draw my little black lines to my bumblebee. Right? And then I'm going to do the little wings. And then I'm going to do her little antenna. Okay? And her stinger on the very end, right? You can't go without a stinger. Now, she has kind of like stripes, right? The bees have stripes. A little bit of stripes, like black stripes. And that's true because they really do. If you look at a bee, they're kind of like an orangey yellow color. Now, does my picture right now, does it look like it makes sense? Yes. Why does it make sense? Good, because bees are actually yellow and black. Good. I don't have blue bees, and the world does not make red bees. So it has to be what color to be real and make sense. Good. So make sure you guys use real colors and make sense of your pictures. Do not draw me a unicorn right now because I don't see a unicorn. I see a bee. Good. And your options are down here for writing. They will help you because they say the words. If I don't know how to spell the word bee, I can just look right here and it spells it for me. Then you have birds, frogs, butterflies, and flowers. Now you have a list of words as well that can help you. And I sent that to you, so everyone should have their sight words. And if you need any help, just always call me and I'll be right here. All right, thank you, boys and girls.